Good morning, people. Good morning. Hope you guys could hear me. I'm doing this recording for Black Com Warning channel. Yes, I'm still on the bad girl list from my other channel, Spirit Journey. So I can't do any uploads of any kind, no posts, etc. But I am able to upload on Blackcom Warning sometime this week. My 2 weeks will be completed, and then I'll be able to go back on my other channel, Spirit Journey channel. But for now, I'm going to do this upload for Blackcom Warning. I hope you all are doing well. Yes, I woke up maybe half an hour ago. And I want to share something with you. I could only do like a video for about a half an hour. So let me hurry. Well, on my other channel, I do, I talk about my doing meditation. And yes, I've been doing the meditations. Really got into it in 2017. That's when I really started I started actually in 2014, the traditional meditation. You sit Indian style and you got incense and candles around you, and you just close your eyes and, just try to have a blank mind so you're like a receiving vessel of information. And I discovered that I can do that same thing in bed. Yes, you heard me right, in bed. I don't like the cold weather, and I didn't want to get out of bed to walk on a cold floor and set up. So let me try it in bed, and I got good results. So I kind of perfected it, and I'm able to see things. I'm not able to hear things, but I could see things, so I get clairvoyance. And Mother Jen, I shared the many things that I've seen. Yeah, the only thing I do in bed, the key is what makes it so effective, my method, is that when I wake up in the morning, you keep your eyes closed upon awakening from sleeping or dreaming. You try to lie still, and you keep your eyes closed, you don't open them. And then you just kind of just as if you're staring into your closed eyelids. And then what often appears is something visual. Could be like an audio. I meant to say something like a photo. You're looking at a still image, or sometimes you see something like a video, or sometimes you feel like you're actually within this reality, ultra 3D, or you mean, or 5D. It's just really deep, like you're in it. But there's something else that I see that is kind of troubling, and what I saw today. I've seen this many times. It's very faint. It's something visual that I see, something, like moving, visual. I mean, something like a video, but it's very faint, the what I'm looking at. But I think it's real. I think it's something that a true reality. Let me share with you what I see. Again, I don't get any audio. Very faint, and I see what seems to be. Excuse me, I have to reposition. what it seems to be like I'm looking upward, as if I'm lying on my back, looking upward, and I see something above me. A device. It's hard to describe, but it seems very mechanical, and it's like floating, moving very slowly above me. And it has, how big is this? Um, like 36 inches wide, maybe a little bigger. Could be a little bigger than a yard. Uh, round, like a roundish in its diameter, but it has like these branches. Um, the branches are relatively slim, um, um, maybe like an inch in diameter, and oh, like branches. And in the center of it, it's kind of like an open cavity, and a cylinder in the center of it. Cylinder could be maybe 3 inches in diameter, and it sticks out from it. Something's inside of it, some type of nozzle. And it's see like beyond those branches, if you imagine that there's a multitude of branches again that with a diameter of about circular like in shape, just branches and branches within branches, and it seems metallic, a light, relatively light color, medium light. Can't really tell what actual color it is, but it seems like um, sometimes I can catch like beyond that those branches, the base of it, you see that there's light, a cylinder light from above. And the nozzle of this device is sometimes you see something like a light or like an energy thing, a light turned on within that nozzle, the cylinder inside those spiky things. But one thing I notice that every time when it seems to be in my view and passing over me, it seems like it does something because I'm not able to see anymore. It's like it takes away my ability to see what I'm seeing. It doesn't want me to see. That is my perception. That is my perception. It doesn't want me to see. And it like just moves across me, and I'm saying to myself, keep your eye, keep your spiritual eyes open. See, again, my eyes are closed. I'm fully awake in my head. My body's awake. I can scratch my nose if I wanted to. I can move my legs if I wanted to. But I want to keep my mind still to like keep the connection with where I'm connected to mentally or spiritually, whatever what it is. And then sometimes another one might go across me, like my vision. And then it starts to take away, it starts to fade when it goes in front of me. And there's I see like an energy, a blob of energy at this device. And I know when I say that it does, it's like it's zapping me. Again, I don't feel anything, no sensations, but it's like the light goes on within it. It's like it's like an energy light, and it's like a like I tried to say it's just like um like almost like you like you, oh gosh, like if energy could be poured out, like a neon energy light could be poured, and so you see it spreading, and maybe intensifying color. The color, it's hard to describe the color. Just like an energy. Sometimes it can have um, like a greenish, no, maybe like a bluish color, bluish gray, or something like a yellowish color. It just like change, but it's like an energy light, and it like comes on. It spreads like maybe 5 inches uh, wide, just a oblong shape, and it intensifies in color, like its power is increasing. And I know when that happens, you're not going to see it. Starts to fade, your ability to see around you. Again, it's already faint to see, but when that happens, it's able to do something electronically. I believe what's happening, this happens many times when I wake up. Sometimes when you wake up and you do the technique, so your mind or your body, see when you sleep, where do you go? Where does your mind go? Where are you? And I start to think more and more we are being connected by outside forces. Like in the movie The Matrix, the first Matrix movie, that first one, how Neo was actually connected to a device, and it filled his mind with visuals, and it's to make us act out. We serve as batteries, an energy force to sustain something else. But all this drama is going on, right? He's meeting people, he's even awakening in his deceptive lifestyle, right? He met was it Morpheus and then the Trinity, and they're trying to wake him up, but he's still in the dream machine, but nothing of it is really real. But the reality, he's in this device. I'm wondering, the more I see this happening, why is this happening? That I'm waking up, or part of my consciousness is able to faintly see another reality. And this reality they don't want us to see. And it's floating above and has the ability to take away your ability to see, to get a sneak peek of what's happening around you. I've had other visuals in the past, or what do you call it, meditation sessions. This one time I saw this scientist. It looked like a scientist because wearing the lab coat, European fellow. Had great salt and pepper type, color hair. And he has this cylinder in his hand, like a long cylinder shape device in his hands. The device is a cylinder. It was white in color, and the shape of the diameter of it is like the diameter of a person. Round cylinder, and it was long, very very long, could be even like 8 feet long. And then they had a nozzle at the very end, a metallic nozzle. And he's standing above what seems to be me. I don't, again, these is, I don't see myself. And I don't know how to see beyond what I'm seeing, how to remotely move my head or eyes so I can see what's going on around. I don't know how to do that. I just see what I see. And this came out extremely clear, extremely. Looked like a laboratory of some type. And and I see him clearly, and he's has the cylinder has these two metal handlebars, so he's able to grab hold of both of them, and one on each side, and aim it, used to maneuver the device. And it seemed like where my head was. And he was laughing. Looked like he was laughing. And it just looked like one of those nasty Euro scientists. It lasted just a couple of seconds. Yeah, these visuals I get, visions or whatever, just last for a few seconds, some more than others. Like something could be maybe 15 seconds, but it usually lasts maybe 7 seconds. Not that long. But wow. I believe that the movie The Matrix was a sneak peek of what's really going on, or certain types of beings also in this state. Yeah, in the same type of state, sometimes I see other beings. Again, it's very faint what I can see. They look like insects. Sometimes they look like ants, or sometimes look something with many expenditures. It's hard to describe. I mean, the one that kind of look like ants, what ants look like, but they're standing, and they're multiple arms, and they're like doing something towards me. Yeah, and I do not drink. I do not do drugs. I never had any mental, I don't see things when I'm walking, like, the things that aren't there in my natural state. Again, all these things is when I am meditating. All these things always happen when I'm meditating. Yes. And it seems like the state of awareness. See, when you're teaching your mind upon awakening or getting into a meditative state, and you teach your mind to stay in that frequency of receptivity, the better you get at it. Yeah, I'm just a regular person from Queens, New York. Originally, I still live in New York City, but I see these things. It's amazing. And I remember even seeing something else. Yeah, I'm trying to put the pieces together. I was talking to a relative of mine about this. And they also had shared, some things, what happened to them. Yeah, I know this all sounds crazy, bizarre, but it's the truth. Start meditating, especially this early. It seems like the early morning session, whatever time when you wake up in the morning for the first time to get up out of bed, that it's like tricking the body that, oh, okay, they think I'm going to just wake up. But see, there is a bridge, so to speak, a mental bridge between the different realms, the realm of true reality, as I call it, and this world when we wake up. And so you're tricking the body because it kind of slides into the other reality, the so-called real reality. I mean, this fake one here, this 3D world. So the trick is to try to keep that link, that bridge, as um, connected so you can see. And I think that's what's happening. I've even had a dream, like I was dreaming, but I was conscious. It's like I felt aware of my surroundings in the room. And one day, this happened maybe 3 years. It could have been just before COVID, or even in 1920. I forget. I mean 1820. Oh, I was here. I said 1820. I meant to say 2020. I meant to say 2020. Duh. But anyway, yeah. I saw a lady. She had a funny accent, and I did look on the internet, YouTube, to find that type of accent. And the accent sound like this lady that I found on the internet, this author. She's from Holland, and had that heavy accent. That's what she sounds like. The same intellect. Yeah, that lady, that some author. She has a doctorate, so it sounds like what you call an educated um, person from the Netherlands. She looked like what you call middle age, between 40s and 60s, kind of chubby. She was looked like she was sitting down, and I'm not sure if she had a microphone or something. It was dark in the room. It seemed dark in the room where she was, and it said, "Let it eat you," like to eat, eat, eat me. And what was there was, it was an image. I see now. It was a. Have you ever seen those VR games, virtual reality games? Oh, a holographic image. It's only 2 dimensional, but when you look at it straight on, it looks 3D. But when you move your head to the side of it, there's no depth. It's just a flat image. And this thing was of a tiger, and it was coming towards me, and it looked like it was trying to scare me. And then it like trying to engulf me, and the lady said, "Let it eat you." And I said, "Oh my God, am I dead now?" I asked myself that. I I think what's happening. See, even David Icke talks about this. The researcher named David Icke. I think he talked about it to these scientists, and that they can tap onto you. When we're born in the hospital, some people have said that they give, it's all these needles they want to give you, the babies. What if when you're born, you are assigned to somebody? When World War II ended, those scientists didn't end. They were recruited to the United States, Canada, uh, countries in the Middle East. I'm not going to give the name. Russia. They could still be doing their research. It was just a means of why did the U.S. get involved? You think it was a love fest? It didn't care about these people, but it cared about the science, and that's what it wanted. That lady seemed like a nasty scientist that somehow got connected to me in that dream state. It's the dream state that they do havoc on you. Experiments. Yes, so the lady, this woman from the Netherlands sounding person, was instructing, putting, creating this image this false image trying to probably scare me in my sleep, trying to kill me in my sleep. Another time that was more recent, just a couple of months ago, I was sleeping, but I became awake, aware, and I felt paralyzed. I couldn't move, and I couldn't really breathe. It was getting harder and harder for me to breathe, and I was fighting to shake myself out of that state. I felt that if I stayed, I just felt I was going to die. That's what I felt, that something was taking something from me, my essence. And I became aware at that. It's like, I guess, like an alarm in my being turned on, and I became awake that this was happening. And I was trying to pull myself, shake myself out of that state. And when I finally awoke, my body felt like lead. My mind felt like lead, that it was still trying to turn itself off. And I said, I better stay awake. Force yourself to stay awake. I even sat up on my bed. I knew I had to keep awake. Just try to kind of distract yourself, try to shake out of that state. Yeah, things are being done to us, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, so it starts to, so when you look at the world around you, when you wake up in general, that's what some of these people of the past are referring to. This is not a real world. Like, there's a picture of this man on like a globe, like a snow globe, and he peeks his head into the glass dome, and he sees there's another world behind it. I believe that's what's happening. See, people are waking up. People are noticing things. And you notice now things are intensifying. And I think it's purposely intensifying to create an effect. There's more crime where I live now, especially since, 2.5 years ago. This is November 28th, 2022. Okay. And so the past 2.5 years, almost 3 years. Next year will be 3 years that things really started to intensify and spooking people and killing people. What if all this game of war is really to acquire more souls, your soul, and put you in another device, a false reality for you to live in, to control you in that dream state, but they share you this life here, this visual, to keep the lie going, to have you work and do things. Start notice. I know this sounds very bizarre. Yeah, it's intensifying. Someone else tried to. I was going to visit family early in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, over the weekend, Sunday. And someone tried to mug me. I noticed him when I was going through the turnstile in the subway. I said, why is he just standing behind leaning on the turnstile? Just something. Why isn't he going downstairs? Why? So I think he was stalking, I think. He's a predator. And I had to fill my card with money to use the turnstile. And I said, sure, I want to hurry because I saw people were coming up the stairs because the train had just come and they had exited and they're leaving the subway. So that's what he was looking for. So they all left, he thought. So leaves anybody else coming in to be the only one down there. So I swiped in, and all of a sudden he wants to move. Where's he moving to? How can, I kept my eye on him. I said, which one, because I had to go uptown. And I almost went like trick and go to the downtown one to see, what would happen. And then I said, no, I don't want to waste time. So I went to the uptown one. And lo and behold, he got to go to that one. So now he's behind me. And he started coming closer, quickly. And as I started to go down the stairs, he's right behind me. But someone else was coming up and just maybe a foot away from me coming up the stairs. And then he panicked and he went back up the stairs. Yeah, we have these predators out there. These holiday seasons. Yeah, the winter months are very dangerous here in New York City. People who are desperate for money so they can buy toys and dinners or whatever what they want. Yeah. Yeah, people are watching over me. I went to an ATM machine 2 years ago, and I had a shopping cart. I was just coming from shopping, and I had to get money for doing laundry, and open up the door, and I see a security guard in there. And he's acting as if nothing's happened, but he waits until I was about to leave to tell me. Yeah, I noticed him. I was in a good mood, and I said hello to him, just a little chit chat. And he was a young man, like in his early 20s, and he said, lady, I need to tell you something. He said, just before you come in, this person I know as a thief followed you, and when he saw that I was in this the ATM, area, he turns away. He said, lady, you got to be careful. He says, it's dangerous here, and the cops were told to stand down. Don't go out, stay at home, and be safe. You hear that? Yeah, these seasons, a lot of these people, we have this app in our neighborhood, this computer app, and it's like a message center that people share things that happen to them. Yeah, people are being beat up, and the cops aren't taking reports. They're not doing their job, and I think it's to elicit as much fear. Yeah, and I was attacked last year this time, the day before Thanksgiving in 2021. Yes, I got attacked in the middle of the street in broad daylight. It was like two something in the afternoon in a very busy neighborhood. Yeah, be careful, be careful, be careful, people. They are out there, and they're unleashing. These big cities are unleashing animals deliberately. So be careful. Yeah, I see the time is getting kind of long. Yeah, I just felt I needed to share you this information, what's going on in the world. There is a world within this world. Start to investigate for yourself. Okay? Each one teach one. So take care. This is Black Calm Warning.